Hello everybody, welcome back for another basement episode. So we're at episode 5 now, which has been a long time coming it feels because we haven't posted an update on our basement in a little while because we've been at a bit of a standstill doing the plumbing and then getting ready to do electrical, which we will show you later in this video. But today is very exciting and it's finally getting into the fun stuff because we are shopping. Woo! Spending money! Let me show you guys what we're thinking for these spaces and then we will hit the road.
So this is the planned view of the laundry room. So the door will swing in this way, and to your right will be just a lower cabinet with the window above it, the dryer and washer where they currently are, and that will be a floor to ceiling cabinet as well, a narrow cabinet, sink, and then a wide cabinet. As you can see, a lower cabinet window, and it'll have a small counter up there, washer and dryer, floor to ceiling cabinet on the left side.
So as far as tile goes for this space, we're going to be tiling the wall that will have the sink on it, and we're going to do tile up above the washer and dryer. If you've been keeping up with these episodes, initially early on we said that we were going to take the bases off of the washer and dryer.
But if we took the bases off, it would sit lower and we could just do like a countertop across it.
But we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to keep the bases on. A bunch of people were saying how, you know, you're going to have to bend down, and I think you're totally right. So we will keep the bases on and it's gonna look really good. There's another view of the bathroom. So it'll be the door to come in, vanity, toilet, and then we're gonna do a walk-in shower. You might also remember that that was another discussion as well as to whether we should do a walk-in shower or if we should do a bathtub, but we want a walk-in shower. So we will take you guys along with us. We're gonna go pick out some tile today, possibly some other bathroom finishes. We have to get a go on that because the plumbing is being hooked up for the laundry room and bathroom, and then we'll take you down to the basement. Okay, I want to show you guys what the vibe is. So here's what I'm thinking for the laundry room. I want to do a flower backsplash because where else are you going to have the opportunity to do something fun like that? Love these tiles, so we're going to try and see if we can find something like that. And then I love this kind of color palette for the other bathroom and these sort of muted blue tiles. I kind of love that, so we'll see what we can find. All right, well that was a successful trip. We picked out the tile for the bathroom, tile for the laundry room, tile for the floor. We're looking at the luxury vinyl plank for the actual like rec room area itself, but we're gonna probably wait on that because we still have to do the drywall down there anyway, so there's not really a rush to install flooring. That location that we just went to, it's local to us, so I feel kind of weird giving out the information about it. If you already know that you live near us, feel free to message me on Instagram and I will spill the beans. I won't gatekeep where we go for our tile. It's always nice supporting like the smaller businesses for these sorts of purchases because it is a large purchase and it's going right back into this person's family business, so we always buy our tile from her. We're in Home Depot now. We basically want this one but in gold, but we need it for this weekend, which is probably when you're seeing this video. Fun fact, they put the toilets up high so people don't use them. Some sicko out there would for sure pop a squat on one of those, eh?
Yeah, probably you.
Taking a trip to Lowe's. No gold. Okay, we're trying another location because nothing at Lowe's. Okay, that didn't work out back in the car, but they did sell the most beautiful shower head for $6,000. Of course. Hi guys, it's the next day. We're back again. We got our tile officially ordered and I am starting to edit this video and realize that in the video after we pick out our tile, I don't even tell you anything about the tile. I don't even show it. I think that for the actual finishes, I'm gonna just kind of keep it a surprise because we've given a lot of information out about this project already, and we've been trying to include our viewers as much in the design process as possible. But for something like picking tile finishes and floor finishes, I don't want to show them because I don't want to get confused if people say, you know, that they don't like that or they like something better. I know what I like and I want to not confuse myself. How does it look worse with every video? Welcome to the basement. There's been some updates in the plumbing. A little more of the floor got taken out so that the new drain can be installed. Andrew and our plumber have been working on setting up the new plumbing in here. Also, in the last episode, I shared the update long form video, which you guys are seeing, and then I did the vertical stuff on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And on Instagram, unfortunately, the Instagram reel made it to a side of Instagram that doesn't usually see our videos or know our content, and that was the only video all of these strangers were seeing for the first time. So there was some confusion about why we changed the layout, and that we only changed the layout to appease the people who view us. But the truth of the matter is I never wanted laundry to go in the bathroom. When we were first designing it, I wanted it to go in a laundry room.
Just being lazy about it.
We were just trying to be lazy and simple about it because a permit had already been submitted for the project and we didn't want to change it. But because so many people feel so strongly about a laundry room, as do I like the idea of having a dedicated space for the laundry.
Makes sense.
We made the change. Anyways, the Instagram reel made it to a side of Instagram that does not know anything about us. But that was the first video these people saw, so they didn't really get it, and obviously they didn't know the backstory, and they probably don't even care to know. So that was the reason for the change. It's not just because we were trying to do what Instagram or social media likes told us to do. It was, we wanted the input for this project because we will not be living here forever. If the majority of people like a laundry room, we'll put in a laundry room. It really doesn't change anything, and it doesn't cost us that much more to...
Costs the exact same.
Yeah, it costs the exact same to make that change.
So we're gonna start by putting all the electrical boxes where we want them. Their standard height to the bottom of your box or finished floor is 16 inches. We're putting a 1-inch subfloor, maybe 1/4-inch LVP flooring. So I'm gonna cut a block at 17 inches and I'll just put that in the spots around the room and just mark the height.
That's smart.
I wanted to set up my laser, but I can't find it.
Oh.
The code is 6 feet along a horizontal line for receptacles. I'll just put one 5 feet right here.
Okay. That was another part of all the confusion when people were seeing the last update for the first time, when they saw Andrew framing out the basement floor and how there is a vapor barrier between the base plate. I guess code in a lot of places in the States.
Yeah, a lot of places in the States you use pressure treated houses. You have just your regular spruce lumber as your plate on your foundation. You just put either a foam gasket or you put the plastic, which is here. If we were putting fiberglass or rock cell insulation in here, you'd want something against the concrete so your insulation's not touching it as well. Tar paper or Tyvek. And normally you'd staple that up there and then you tuck it underneath your bottom plate as well. But because we're using spray foam, you don't need that.
And this whole project is obviously being inspected. We have a permit for the whole thing and it's being done by a licensed carpenter. Da, 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 da. So, so obviously things are just different from, like, you know, where you live, but a lot of people see our videos for the first time and think that we are also in the United States of America. We are not. We are Canadian A.
That's right.
Maple syrup and... what do they think that we ride? Moose.
So we're using these boxes. It's called gangable, which means that the sides come off and you can attach, you can make them doubles, triples. Cheaper to buy a box of 30 of these, and then wherever I need a double switch or whatever, I could just take the side off and do it instead of trying to figure out, okay, I need 10 doubles, 20 singles, and so on. I have screws, so I'm gonna screw them. This here usually indicates a 1/2 inch because when you put your drywall on, you want the face of this flush with the drywall. Line that up and then screw it in.
Yeah, because the fireplace is going to come out to here.
It's gonna be like 5 feet wide.
And stick out, and then, yeah, it'll be wall sconce and wall sconce.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if we're gonna do a gas fireplace. It might end up being electric.
They're very expensive.
Come in the bathroom. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a pot light in the shower, and that's gonna be hooked up to the same switch as the exhaust fan. So that'll be one switch, and then there'll be another switch for the rest of the ceiling lights, and then we'll do a third switch for the wall sconces. So you got this screw here. So if you take that screw out, it folds out, and you can see that that's clipped on there. You just gotta kind of wiggle it. So do that 2 more times. So that'll be the middle, gets attached like that. Just take 1 more side off for the other outside. Tightens up. And that creates your triple box.
Cool, babe. So question for you guys. I am curious to know, the people out there who are viewing these videos, because it's always a shock to me that anybody watches our videos. Do you watch because you're also renovating a house? Or do you just have an interest in home renovation? Or are you not even home renovation? Maybe your garden? What's your favorite kind of content? And yeah, let us know. Because we're starting to recognize usernames and things like that of people who regularly comment and watch our videos. And I think that that's the coolest thing because like I said, it's a shock to me that anybody cares to watch anything that we do.
Nobody's ever paid attention to you.
Oh, comment below, let me know. Why do you watch our videos? Are you also renovating? What is it that is interesting and maybe nothing. If that's okay too, if we're not even interesting.
Just so bored you're watching.
There's nothing else in your life to do.
As a homeowner in Ontario, you're allowed to do your own electrical work in your own house, but obviously you need to get a permit and it needs to be inspected by ESA regardless. They make sure everything's done safely, and that's it.
3,000 years later.
So the counter is going to be here at this height, right? And I want it at least 2 inches above. Let's just put it at 5 feet. Is that too high? Let's go 56, eh? I'm gonna put it on this side. Just make another double box.
Gosh, we're gonna be boring them to tears. We can do a little Q&A. We'll answer the most asked questions. I did get a haircut, in case you were wondering, and as it turns out, I actually had this exact same haircut in middle school, which I only realized when I woke up the next morning. You know, if you leave the hairdresser and you like wake up the next day and your hair is like kind of big and like fluffy. And now I have it again at 30. How about that? Hi everybody, welcome back. Now this video kind of feels like it's all over the place, and probably it is. I'm gonna be really honest with you. It's becoming very difficult to want to work on the basement as we have nice weather now. The last couple of days we've spent opening our pool, so you guys are gonna see that in the video probably next weekend. But it's getting tough to want to be in the house working on the basement. And we run into such an issue with the plumbing and the electrical as we expected, because we knew going into it, it wasn't going to be a good situation, but it's just slowing us down. And I apologize because I'm getting messages and comments saying, where's the basement update? And this is the video, you guys are watching it, but it's just dragging on a little bit. And if you know anything about the kind of videos that we do and the kind of work we do, we love to start something and get it done quickly and efficiently, but this is just a very slow project. So I ask that you guys just bear with us on this. We don't want to rush it. We want to do it well. We also want to be able to enjoy our backyard and our pool and all of the effort we've put in elsewhere in this house. So this project's just a little bit on the back burner right now. I will share updates as we can. Just don't, set the bar too high for this. Keeping with the theme of this video from earlier, there is one thing we do want to show you, which is the electrical, that if any of you are electricians or know anything about electrical, you might get a kick out of this.
This is the current panel. It's a Federal Pacific electric panel. These have been discontinued and they're actually banned. They're known to cause fires. The way that these breakers go in, they don't always make contact properly, and a 15 amp breaker should trip at 15 amps if it goes in. Sometimes these breakers, a 15 amp breaker will be pulling 20, 25, 30 amps and it won't even trip. Obviously your wires will overheat and it causes fires. So these have been banned, discontinued. There was a whole lawsuit against them and everything. So it's getting replaced. There's spots previous owner had breakers, pulled them out, and that's open to the panel, which you're not allowed to do. Same as here. And the best part about this panel is there's 200 amps coming in. He has 2 breakers for that. They're 125 amps each. So even at 200 amps, these won't trip. So those breakers are too large for the capacity of the wire that's even coming in. If I knew about that panel, let's say you're going to buy a house, go view it, and you see that, you can definitely raise concerns and say you want money off the price, or they have to change the panel before you move in. But we bought the house privately, so none of that mattered anyways.
Hence a pool underneath a deck. The pool under the deck is probably the tip of the icebreaker, because that's something that we found out about when we moved here. And we at least knew it was there. We just didn't know what we would be getting into. But then all of the other stuff like the electrical and whatnot is just another thing. It's just another thing that we are uncovering. Yesterday, we spent some time cleaning up down here, getting rid of some of the things that have been accumulating to try and make it more enticing to want to work on this project. I can show you that our shower system came in. I ordered this one off Wayfair, so it had good reviews, but I didn't really know what to expect. Oh, thank you for the lighting. So it's gonna fasten to the shower like this, like down the wall, and I'll show you. And then here's the shower head. So it's pretty. I'll show you guys also. I'll put some photos on the screen. I have been shopping around to try and find a vanity for the bathroom. I know kind of what I'm going for. I'll see these photos here, so you can kind of get the vibe. I'm just trying to find a good price on one. I'm gonna leave you guys right here for now. Thank you for your patience with this project, and I'm sorry that this vlog is kind of boring. I thought we were gonna be spending more money on things, but maybe in the next vlog.
Gotta finish what we've started.
Your patience with this project is appreciated, so we thank you for watching and sticking around, and there probably won't be a vertical version of this video just up yet, so you guys will have to check back probably another week for that, but we try and post a YouTube video every Sunday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, so if you enjoy these videos, or if you've got nothing else going on in your life,
check them out.
check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.